To celebrate the fact that we're closing in on the last of Alpha 20's outstanding bugs, let's take a behind-the-scenes look at its tentpole feature, the new infrastructure for Hearthling emotions that will serve as the basis for introducing ever-expanding levels of complexity and meaning in the game. In Alpha 20, Richard, Linda, Nikki, and Albert reworked the game's simplistic existing morale system from scratch to be the primary way Hearthlings experience the world and report on their experiences. When you first start the game, you'll notice that your Hearthlings now have mood icons above their heads and in the citizen's pane. If you look at their character sheets, you'll see a big bar showing their current mood, in this case, content, and all the thoughts that contribute to that mood, both positive and negative. The duration beside each thought shows how long that thought will be in effect. As your day goes on and positive and negative thoughts accumulate, you'll see your Hearthlings' mood slowly change to match, both in the UI and in the way your Hearthlings walk and interact with each other, thanks to Mally's awesome new mood animations. For example, in this very unhappy town, the team's only farmer is recovering from an Entling attack. As there are not enough flowers around to make an herbalist to hasten her healing, everybody is hungry. Since there are no footmen, everyone's just a little bit hurt and scared. From a gameplay perspective, the mood system is working just as Richard designed, because these cues give me, the player, a set of optimizations I can engage with to improve my town. Since I personally enjoy the food economy, I created a second farmer, with an eye to hopefully eventually getting a cook. In another game, I might instead prioritize making a footman, or having my crafters start making more beds and houses for everyone. Now that we have a mood infrastructure, we can add other existing gameplay systems to it, tying the rest of the game together, and add new things. For example, in Alpha 20, to go along with a happiness bonus from eating cooked food, Chris made it so that Hearthlings prioritize cooked, delicious food over raw food. To go with a morale penalty from being in cramped spaces, Albert added Hearthlings' awareness of the space around them, increasing the priority of putting windows near beds and making wide tunnel passages. One of the UX complications we encountered while creating mood was how to indicate that the contented state is actually the appropriate default state for Hearthlings. As you can see here in Nikki's original designs, the mood bar was an empty meter that filled up, either from left to right or top to bottom as mood changed. However, this made us feel like it was a progress bar, and that if it wasn't always maxed out, that we were doing something wrong. However, it's by design incredibly hard to keep a Hearthling jubilant all the time, and we didn't want people to feel frustrated by this. In the final design, because the bar has been redesigned to have the faces inside of it, it no longer borrows from the existing visual metaphor of the progress bar, and it's a lot more satisfying to have your Hearthling hover in balance in the middle. Another fun element of designing mood was watching Allie and Mally create art to represent happiness and sadness. We've covered Mally's animations in another Desktop Tuesday, but here are Tom's original icons for Hearthling mood. As you can see, Allie has now brightened them up and made them even more expressive. She started with a number of sketches, iterating most on the glum design with its little tear. She then created colored versions, drawing from the shades in the character sheet's stained glass window. Since green and red tend to indicate health and danger in our game respectively, she tried using them for the range from despondent to jubilant, but in the end, red looked too much like anger, so she changed the colors from blue to yellow in a faint reflection of the moon-sun dynamic in our clock. And that's it for this week. We look forward to adding ever-increasing levels of complexity to the Hearthling mood system, and to see how you evolve your towns in response to these cues and to your goals. As you play the game, let us know how it's going for you here in the comments or on our forum at discourse.stonehearth.net. See you next week!
legends speak of mighty elemental dragons that lived in ancient times, and the great warriors who could control their power. They've chosen between the cold calculation of ice and the devastating rage of fire. This Lunar New Year, you can master the elements and cast their power down upon your enemies. Make your choice, fire or ice.
Intel captured. XP gained.
Level completed. Going down.
Handgun power increased.
No pressure or anything, but you now only have 5 minutes until your window closes.
Lights out. Crimson! Bang!
There's still time to hope.
You messed with the wrong pilot. Sir! Octomine!
Let's try to keep it classy, shall we?
Three, two, 1, 0.
Amor! Oi, amor! Yo, ya!